This project really important and really on purpose through the message that you all are wanting to convey. And I love to, and I was like, of course, that beautiful moment where you're like, listen. And there's such a power in listening. What does it all mean to you?
I mean, I'm just grateful to be a small part of this project. I think to have such a beautiful mind like Scott, who is able to take a beautiful narrative, an interesting narrative, something that keeps you at the edge of your seat, but also imbue and have the driving force be this message on climate change and this message on the direction that we're going. I mean, you couldn't think of just kind of like a better alignment of both social engagement and art. Yeah.
So what did you love about your character?
Oh, well, I think what I loved about my character is that I think she represents how youth-driven the climate change movement has been. It's a movement where I really do look to my peers. It's a conversation that, quite honestly, I'm newer in myself, but I think I pull constant inspiration from the fact that it's kids on the front lines. Especially, I think, when we think of indigenous populations, brown and black populations, the kids that are doing this work, I think my character is kind of reflective or a symbol of what that work looks like and their presence in it.
I think they're so powerful too, because I think oftentimes we feel like this is an adult conversation, but it really is incumbent upon the young folks to steer the conversation and to create the impact and the change, and realizing, I think it's the power of seeing you and seeing you in a lot of the work that you do. I think you give a lot of people permission to go, maybe I could do that too. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's really surreal because I think it took a lot of people that did that for me to even feel comfortable to be able to use my platform or my voice or my space. And so to think that I could be in any way, like continuing on the favor and doing what was done for me is more than I really could have imagined.
It's powerful. Now Tinkerbell, hello. I mean, come on, I just love this, the representation, to be able to see you, to be able to see Hallie and as Ariel. I mean, both of you, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the next 2 months.
I don't know if I'm ready for Little Mermaid. I don't think we deserve Hallie.
What did Tinkerbell mean to you?
Oh, I mean, it was just such a beautiful moment to step into a fairy tale that I think means so much to people. And I mean, I just have to say kudos to David Lowery, because once again, I think remakes have to prove why they were worth being remade in the first place. And having had the chance to watch the film, I think he updates it in such a natural way, in a way that feels like it adds to the canon of Peter Pan. And also subtly corrects kind of the stereotypes that are unfortunately passed along through those fairy tales, correcting the indigenous representation that was mistaken in the animated and in some of the past versions. And so to be able to accomplish both, once again, the idea of knowing that there was no sacrifice in story made in order to update and make a more reflective piece.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And my last question, you were at the Vanity Fair party.
I was.
And you looked beautiful in that red. So I've got to ask you, for all my friends out there, what's it like on the inside? Who did you see that maybe you've never met or wanted to meet?
Can I tell you, there was a lot of In-N-Out burgers on the inside, first of all. But honestly, I think my favorite part, I'm trying to think of somebody new that I met, I think my favorite part is that you take a ton of people that are so busy doing what they do year-round, and everyone is just so joyful in there. Like, it doesn't feel like a work event. It's just a blessing to see people that you either have a deep admiration for or that you only get to catch up with at these events. So it's really fun. Lots of dancing. Yeah.
Good to see you.